Hey, it's been a while since I've had to say anything. And that's mainly because I've had dental work done and could barely open my mouth. And, well, I want to start off with another victims thing since it's October. We're doing the victims thing. And today we are victims of the Democratic National Committee, the DNC, the quote unquote left, the leftists, the Democrats, those of Hillary Clinton, Tom Perez, and Nancy Pelosi, and all of these others. Barack Hussein Obama, yeah. That's who that's going on with the DNC. So, here's the thing. TYT Network is an email. I'm going to read this exactly as it is. And you can look at it on screen if you want. It's right there. It's a screenshot of it. The entire Democratic establishment, everyone from the Clintons to Barack Obama, fought really hard to make sure Keith Ellison didn't become the chair of the DNC. They pushed hard to anoint Tom Perez instead, and they claimed Perez was a progressive. But just this past week, Tom Perez purged a bunch of high-ranking Bernie Sanders and Keith Ellison supporters from key positions of DNC leadership. He totally cleaned house of the most vocal supporters of Keith's campaign and Bernie's campaign. We're shocked to find that they replaced all these progressives with high-profile Clinton backers. Why would they do something like that? Because the DNC leadership decides how our primary elections are run, and they decide crucial things like the rules, platform, and budget of the party. And they want to stack the deck so that corporate Democrats win and progressives lose. We've got to fight back. This is exactly why we founded Justice Democrats, to completely reboot the Democratic Party from the bottom up. That's why JD is running primary challenges against establishment Democrats. And let's make Tom Perez regret the DNC purge, rush a $27 contribution to Justice Democrats now to make the establishment pay. Contribute $27. The more the corporate wing of the DNC keeps attacking our progressive base, the stronger we become. It's critical that we build enough momentum heading into 2018 to help Justice Democrats win and kick out all the Republican-like Democrats. Thanks for chipping in today, Cenk. Now, while that is awesome, uplifting, look, don't turn away yet. Don't shake your head. But my issue is this. How in the hell can we win when we get into the DNC, the progressives? I believed at first they would just become corrupted and say, look, I am for the progressive thing, but we have to do it incrementally. And basically what Clinton was saying. So that was my thing, but no, it's worse. They decided, no, get out. There was no corruption. We're not going to try to get you to be us. We're not going to try to get you to fall in line and just do what our donors tell you to do. We're not going to try to, no, get out, gone, you're fired, you're out of here, or whatever the hell, fired, released, removed, purged, exiled, annexed, whatever it is, they're out. They're not there anymore. I wasn't expecting that, but they're gone, and that's one of the best things to do. That's what should happen when you go to a rally or something and there's a whole bunch of racists and bigots and xenophobes there. You kick them out. The officers of the law should kick them out because they are the ones who are not in line of peace, prosperity, tranquility, prosperity for, humanity. They're there to spread hate, bigotry, lies, and bullshit. Mendacity out the wazoo is what they're there for, and police should do that. But they don't, because they're not to protect and serve. Not us, anyway. So, when it comes to this DNC thing, my issue was, how do you take over something that you can't take over? You have to start anew. Listen, there are a lot of Justice Democrats left No. Let me change that. Not Democrats. There are a lot of progressives. Not just as Democrats. Progressives. Because that's what this party should be. The progressive party. And why do I say that? Because the right, the Republican, the conservative Republican, they are way to the right. All right? That's where they are. If it's integers of 0 to 100, they are easily at a 75. The conservative Democrats, the Republican-like Democrats, as Cenk called them, or as I call them, just Democrats. They are easily at that 40 to 50% area. And they say they need to be more, in the middle. And sometimes they say if they move to the middle, it's going to be bad. No. Justice Democrats, or as I like to really call them, progressives, it's going to be a hard word to get there. Progressives, they are not near the 0 mark of this integer line. No. They are easily, and if you want to go left, would be the negative side because right goes to the right, left goes towards negative, then they would, and it's just numbers only, negative not meaning a bad thing, just integers, it's just integers, then they would definitely be in a political compass, okay, integer-wise, they'd be in that 50% blue area. Now, I usually place, honestly, for some reason when I do political compass, I place down there in that 10 and 15% at the libertarian area. I really consider myself way over that 100. Not at, I'll say 80, 90. But what we need is a progressive party. All right. Cenk Uygur, TYT, Secular Talk, Kyle Cannady. They all got the right idea in mind. It is the right idea. It's just, as Kyle said, it was very strategic. It was very tactical. And that's what it was. Tactics to invade the DNC instead of starting a new party or running with a Green Party or the Libertarian Party or any other third party. It's what was easier. To me, sometimes tactics, it's not about what's easier. It's about what's best. All right. It's about what's best. Now, sometimes if you get in conflict with some kind of racist bastard out there, if you're black and some white dude or girl or, I don't know, Sikh, Muslim, Christian fundamentalist or whatever is going to down you for being an atheist or not as religious as they are, because that happens too. You're not as religious as me, so I'm going to jump all over you about it. Okay. What's the best thing to do? Honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind is knock them the fuck out. You want to come to me with some more bullshit and hate? I'll give you a reason. That's the first thing that comes in my head, but that's not the best thing to do. So what's the next best thing to do? You can, we can argue with them. Chill. Because your people do this, and now you're blaming him or them for all of this, and they're blaming you. That's not going to work either. I mean, it might, I don't know. Calm them down and say, hey, do you like water? Do you like tea? Do you like mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes? Do you like steak, chicken? You a hot dog fan, a burger fan? What are you? Ask them that. And they might answer. You go, all right. I like that stuff too. What's your favorite TV show right now? Do you like stuff like How to Get Away with Murder, Empire? Do you like the DC TV shows like The Flash or Arrow? Are you into the reality TV shows, the homemaking shows? Ask them questions. Just take them down a level. Ask them questions. See, that's the best thing to do. You find a common ground and you build up. You can turn a very hateful person into someone that says, damn, this person's not as bad. And if everyone can do something like that, then they can say, I think I've been told wrong. You de-escalate and you build up something positive. Just as Democrats, while they are trying to build something positive, they are screaming at the hatred. The DNC is the hatred. because they are not trying to stop the Republicans. It was the last time you heard anyone in the DNC talking about what the Republicans are doing so horrible other than taxes. And even they aren't even really talking too much about taxes. You got to think about that kind of thing. So, to me, what's going on is we need to have our own party. The progressives need their own party, because if you keep trying to run this mess, Tom Perez just kicked them right out. You hear me? We're all victims of this. Politics start with the party when it comes to major politics. But if you want to go to origins, where it truly, truly begins, it starts with you. It starts at home. That's where it starts at. It's all about where you are, your demographic, your people. And that's important for you to know, because what you do at home, how you talk, racist, bigotry, or anything like that, it either makes you a victim or it makes you an antagonist. It's all about how you go about it. And you can victimize yourself, and you can be an antagonist to yourself. People don't think about that. The DNC, they're there right now. You know what they were? They were victims for a long time. And we saw that. Oh, the Republicans are running all over the DNC. The DNC can't fight back. What's going on with the Democrats? Why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they doing that? They're fighting so hard, but we need to help them. We got to get behind Hillary. We got to get behind Obama. We got to get behind Bernie. We got to get behind Elizabeth Warren. We've got to get behind any and everyone that is blue. If you are blue, we are with you. We got to get behind you. We got to get behind you. That's what's been going on. That's how they were victims. And after a while, what happened? What happened? Social media, the internet. They get to say things, play things, replay things. They investigative reporting by TYT, investigative reporting by other little independent areas that don't get any recognition, and TYT will acknowledge them. You know, I mean, and then you got other places, you know, that do investigative reporting, and we'll just give you the facts of what that. You got Reply America, a lot of places. And what happened is, you've got a very tiny percentage of America. And what did they do? They saw this. They were like, wait a minute. Y'all don't fight back. Why not? Y'all don't do any of this. Why don't you? The Republicans are coming up and talking about how blacks ain't shit. Every time a black person is killed, they talk about them, and the social media, well, not social media, but the paid media are talking about how, oh, he had weed on him. Or he was charging. He was angry. Then he said that he had eyes like a demon and he was scared for his life. They charged, they pulled a knife, they charged, they had a gun. They had a gun they didn't fire. They had a gun they didn't shoot. They had a gun they didn't aim. They had a gun that didn't have fingerprints. But yet the police are correct. Why aren't the DNC, why aren't Democrats saying something about this? People ask questions. It ain't just black people. White people got murdered. Murdered. Up and down. But they don't get coverage because of one true thing. Because it's kind of common. And you push the narrative of the black person did get killed, but they got killed because they were bad anyway. And that's the whole narrative that they're pushing. Black people bad. That's why the cops shot him. If he was obeying the law, if he was doing what he was supposed to do, if he wasn't breaking the rules, if he wasn't charging, if he didn't like a demon, if he didn't have a gun on him, if he didn't have weed on him, if he didn't have weed in his system, if he didn't have weed in his system a long time ago, if he didn't have a police record at any given point in his life, if he wasn't part of a community that had people that go to jail or prison, then maybe he'd be alive today. And that's what they espouse. That's their rhetoric. That's their creed on it every single time. And people started asking questions. White people ask questions. Asians ask questions. The Mexican American community asks questions. Everyone, white people ask questions. Why? What? Huh? What are the facts? What's going on? And it was a racial thing, but now it's turned into a people thing. And that's what we need. That's why when you do this, you bring up another party. You start it. There is a party of the people, and it sucks because, damn it, we need a people's party. We need a progressive party. We don't have a progressive party. That would be unique. I don't know how to start one. I could look it up. I could research it. But considering the fact that we got a new car that was only $4,000 after ours got slammed into by a head-on collision while we were stopped at a light, we got to pay $130. We borrowed $130 something. I think we borrowed. I don't know. It's from my mom. Maybe we won't have to pay it back. But that's where we are. So I can't start a third party, guys. It's up to you. Someone out there who could listen, who could hear me. Someone has to get a hold of Cenk or yourselves in your own communities, your own somewhere, and say, look, I can get this started. I just need some backing. I've got friends. I've got this or that. We can start. And yes, there are ways to go about doing it. And you can say, oh, well, genius, how? It's simple, man. All the DNC is about money. That's it. And when you want to run ads and stuff, you want to fight the DNC because you don't have to fight the Republicans. That's the one thing. You do not have to fight the Republicans. You have to fight the establishment Democrats. All right? The blue Republicans. That's who you got to fight. You are fighting them. The Republicans aren't even a fucking issue. That's how bad it is. We are victims of our own need to vote blue by any means necessary. That's where we are victims. All we need is what we got with Justice Democrats. You donate money, it goes to a central place. It's financially and internet secured. That's the first step that they did. I think that was awesome. The problem is they're begging you for a lot of money. So they're trying to get money out of us so we can get money out of politics. And they are businesses. So it's like, to me, those are flags. But the problem is it's a necessary situation. It's necessary. It is needed. So with that, all they have to do is turn their platform into this. We are progressives. Not progressive minded, not progressive in action. We are progressives. There's no such thing as a no true progressive. We don't do that. That's the dumb thing because you start alienating people who are actually on your side, but they just have a different way of doing things, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. They had the same goal in mind. They have the same goal in mind, but they had different avenues of trying to get there. That was the issue. And at the end, X broke because it's like the violence is not going to work. And he got tired. That consistent, unyielding, militant mindset. It's one thing, but then when he went to Mecca and he got to see what it was really all about back then, not now. No, not now. Back then, when he got to see that, that's when he was like, wait, we've been doing it wrong. He found a peace, but then he realized by the time he found his peace, the march change through nonviolence took on such a volatile side because while, the African American and civil rights movement, they with nonviolence, they got met with extreme violence by the racist white people. The apathetic and the non-racist white people, they were kind of like not even in the know. They couldn't really. They had to look at the news and see what was going on. And when the news decided, hey, look at how we're going to take down these black people, they got the chance to see it. Do you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of unarmed black people being killed today. This is basically a new civil rights moment. Okay? That's what this is. When you get a chance to see what's going on and people who do nothing to anyone getting brutalized, you get to say something's not right. And when we have a central hub for collecting money, we get to do what's right and focus on getting the right people in office to make sure that our civil rights don't get trampled on anymore. And when I say our, I ain't talking about black people. I'm talking about people in the United States of America. That's what I'm talking about. People here, we have rights. And they're stomped on because we have no money, or at least not the money to make the power. So what I'm saying is, get the people into a progressive party. It's like unionizing, man. We got to do it. Get these people into one party, the progressive party. The money's funneled. Talk to Kyle. Get on him. Get on Cenk and say, look, turn this into the progressive party. We're running candidates of Democrats. And I know the problem. I know we don't have the ballots. There are no ballots. How do you get on ballots and get this? Right now, look, you work within the system of the Democratic Party. I get that. You get your people on the ballot. I get that. You get them in there. But once that is solidified and you got those people there, that's when you can finally do it. A severe, aggressive, over the week change that says these things are on the ballot. It does, Republican, Democrat, Green Party, Libertarian Party, Progressive Party. If your party can gain 5%, 3 or 5% of the polling, you go on the ballot. There are no questions beyond that. It doesn't matter if it's all conglomerate in one damn state. If you can get 3 or 5% on the ballot, you are there. You are on the stage. You are debating. You are doing everything needed. It is time we stop being victims and we not be perpetrators. We need to be progressives. That's what we need to be. We need to get ourselves on the ballot. We've already done a great job when it comes to Justice Democrats, and they're getting the money from us. Yes, I've donated in the past. I might donate in the future. I can hold on to $27 in over a week's time. I'll probably try to donate. It depends on, what Sedrik says, because she's the breadwinner. I wish I was able to make money. But we can do this. All it takes is maybe my voice reaching you and you saying, hey, this guy does make some sense. He's a little kooky, he's a little off, he's a little long-winded, but he makes a little sense. Help yourself. Help me and help everyone else. It's a community. We didn't get civil rights because one person decided to say something. Dr. Martin Luther King did not get civil rights on his own. He needed thousands of people. And then he needed to get hundreds, not thousands. Hell, maybe only a few hundred white people in key areas to just speak on behalf. That's all he needed. We can do a whole lot more because we have a whole lot more of the same interests. We can do this. I'm just asking you to hear my voice, spread my word, spread your need, your cause, and make sure that we don't get thrown out of the DNC. No, we start a progressive party. That's what needs to happen. Because I'm tired of being a victim. I'm going to something a little more personal later in another post. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say for now. Get this together. We need love, not hate. We need progressives, not red Democrats. This is Sedrik Cannady for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.